Hey everybody, welcome to Chewing the Fat. My name's Mike, and today I'm going to be chewing the fat with you. Well, actually, I got a couple topics I want to talk to you guys about. So it's more or less going to be me ended up probably in a rant, and that's something y'all just going to have to get used to sometimes. Because anybody that knows me knows I'm not politically correct. I could be a lot of things, but one, being politically correct, I am not. And today's two subjects are going to be very difficult to make everybody happy. Because what I'm going to talk to you about today is an incident that I've had trying to buy something as simple as a case of water and a package of toilet paper on Amazon. And then the second topic is about the craziness that some people are thinking about this new virus that's out. And apparently, YouTube doesn't want you saying the virus's name. So let's just say it's the new kid on the block. And we all know where that came from. So, I mean, we all know it came from China. I think I can say China because I haven't said like, it's like the Wuhan virus or any of that other stuff. So let's just say it's the one that came from China. It's the new kid on the block. And everybody's losing their mind over this. And some for good reason and some not for good reason. But anyway, let's get back to this toilet paper thing. I do a lot of shopping online because I'm bedridden. I can't get out. So I have a lot of Prime deliver, wholesale foods deliver, and there's another portion, a portion on Amazon that's called Foods, Amazon Foods, and it has nothing to do with that I know of that has to do with Whole Foods. Because when you're shopping, like example, when I shop on Prime, it'll give you two choices. It'll either give you Amazon or it'll give you Whole Foods, which usually the Whole Foods prices are a little bit higher because mostly it's organic or naturally, type product. And we know Jeff Bezos bought Whole Foods, so of course he's going to have it up there. So anyway, I decided, well, you know what? I had to pick up some rice cakes and a few things that I like to eat. While I'm at it, I'll go ahead and pick up a case of water and I'll pick up a package of toilet paper for the house. And so I get on Prime and I get my rice cakes in the cart. I put the water that I found I wanted. I put a case or two. I saw it had 10 cases, so I put two on, and they had 10 available, and I put two. Not going to be greedy. And the toilet paper showed that it had four, so I put one package in my cart. So I'm going through checkout, and as I get through checkout, I get a notice that says an item in your cart is not available. So I go and I look at the item, and it's the toilet paper. I mean, my God, it said it had like four available. I put one in, and I went straight to checkout. It's somebody already bought it. All right, no big deal. Let's go ahead and get the water. So I got the water coming, and I got the rice cakes coming, and I thought, well, you know what? Now I'm going to go over to Amazon, the main site. I'm going to check Amazon. So I check Amazon, and there was they were showing some toilet paper. There was like these Scott individual rolls, and they were in a boxes of 60. That was available. Then there was this stuff that's like, if you guys remember ever been into a hotel or some gas stations, they have those super huge rolls, and those were available. And I thought, well, okay, we'll look at those two. Now, what's interesting is I'm getting ready to buy the Scott's toilet paper. I put a box of 60 in. I figure, okay, that's going to last us for about 3, 4 months. And it's because it showed it was available. And then I picked some water out, some Bassini, I guess they call that water. And they had available 10. So I put two in there. And then I go to the checkout. And it says, something in your cart's not available. I'm ready to check out, right? So I go and look, and it's the frickin' toilet paper. But now I'm losing my mind as to how can something show it's available. The minute I put it in, I go to checkout, and is somebody got a faster trigger finger than me, to pull the checkout button? So I go back and I go to look, and it shows that the only thing that's available now is this like hotel or gas station toilet paper, those gigantic rolls. Well, in the meantime, we have a family friend back in California. Uh, doesn't live near my family, but down south part of the state. Couldn't get any water or toilet paper in their area. It was all sold out. So while I was on Amazon, Angie asked me, "Yeah, hey Dad, can you see if you can find some toilet paper for them? They're really hurting, and we got some here already." And I use wipes, so it's like, okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. So I left my cart alone, and I started another cart, and I found the toilet paper that was the hotel was still available. So I did that, and I put some wipes in for them, and go to checkout, and I check out. Now, them 12 rolls cost me $87, but that was big rolls. Okay, like that was over 1,150 feet in one roll of toilet paper, and it was two ply. And I thought, hey, you know what? I'm going to go back and get me some because it showed it had ample amounts. Because I guess people don't want to spend $87 on a box of toilet paper. So now I go back, I get that order done, and I get it going on. It's going to ship, and that one's okay. And I'm having, I let Angie know, tell our friend, that the stuff's coming. So now I go back to get my stuff. So I go to get the toilet paper, and they're gone. But it says used is available. So I thought, who sells used toilet paper? Come on, guys. I mean, I know what you're thinking. Nobody's going to wipe their ass and then sell it like that. What it was is it's damaged box, like a damaged box or whatever. And anybody that sells on Amazon knows that if you've got something, even if it's new, but the box is damaged, that's considered used because everything has to be pristine to be new on Amazon. Especially, well, even whether you're doing FBA or fulfilled by Amazon or FBM fulfilled by member, it's the guidelines are the same for the person that's got it at home and selling it through Amazon, and the same for the guy that's got or gal that's got it up on Amazon that they shipped it in to let them handle it. It's got to be pristine. So I go to check the used, and it shows two boxes of 12, $47, and free shipping. So I'm like, cool. I get the water in the cart. I get the toilet paper in the cart. I'm going to buy both boxes. I go to checkout, and guess what? I get the notice. The notice says something in your cart's not available. And I'm saying, oh Lord, please let it be the water because I can't deal with the ass wipe problem. People going crazy. Yes, it was. It was the toilet paper. Gone. That fast. And now I'm like out of my freaking mind. I'm MFing this and MFing that and shit this and shit that and effing this. And I'm just like, thank God Lily wasn't in the house. She was at a friend's house. So, of course, Angie and James out there are laughing, wonder what's going on with Pop, man. He's losing his mind. He's been triggered. Something's triggered him. So I explained to him about everybody's lost their mind, man. Every time I put toilet paper in the damn cart and I go to check out. So finally, the only thing I was able to get was the wipes that Angie uses on me. I bought up my normal supply, which lasts for a month. And then I went back to go get the water, and I said, you know what? I got that mentality like everybody that's running around. I mean, figure it out. It's even harder for somebody that's bedridden. You have to be like the speed of light. It's not like you can walk into a store. Of course, now days it's gone crazy. Everybody's fighting for toilet paper. Just go to YouTube and Google toilet paper brawl USA or just toilet paper brawl. You'll see these two women fighting in Australia over the toilet paper. You'll see this other one where they're pushing a cart. They got the carts filled with those double-sized rolls in Northern or Continental or maybe Charmin. And one woman is just asking for one package, but the ladies won't give it up. So finally, the store manager has to come over and tell them, nobody's getting the toilet paper. We are not going to have this. And takes the cart away from them. Because there was one guy with the right sense of mind. The only one with his brain working, and everybody else has lost their freaking mind. You don't think they could spare a square? I'm reminded of the Jerry Seinfeld episode where she's stuck in the booth, and it's Jerry's girlfriend, and it's like, "Can you spare a square?" "No, I can't spare a square." Just one square? No, not even one square. And then the next time that she's in the bathroom, now it's Jerry's girlfriend's asking Elaine, "Can you spare a square?" No, I can't spare a square. And she runs out of the bathroom with the toilet paper rolls. I'm telling you, people, it's just crazy out there. This virus has got everybody going crazy. Now, listen, I did end up finally getting the wipes, and I bought up enough water because Angie and I drink a lot of water, and doctor's orders, I need to consume a lot of water because I have this uh, catheter in that stays in all the time. Now, a lot of people will be saying, "Why don't you just drink the stuff that comes out of the tap?" Well, the tap water in this area, I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's the pipes or it's the water that's coming in, but it's got very strong chlorinated smell and metallish taste to it. You can use the Brita filter or the Zero Out, and it doesn't take that taste away. And right now, on the medications that I'm on, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm a little concerned with anything that might be in the water. So, you know, we do the bottled water. So anyway, I got my water and I got the waves coming. But what I want to talk about is this craziness. You know what, guys? This virus does not cause diarrhea. I don't know why somebody thought all of a sudden that we had to have the need, that I had to have all the toilet paper that was ever sold out in our stores and go and buy up all of it. And well, I'll tell you what they're doing. They bought it all up to create a frenzy and a panic because our federal government, and I'm going to say the Democrats on the left, the media, their little lap dogs all made this out like super super crazy, using this as before, even though Trump was getting a handle on it, and his administration got a handle on it, and started doing the right thing. Uh, they're using this to try to use as a tool since they couldn't impeach him, since they couldn't get him on Russia, since they couldn't get him on impeachment for obstruction of Congress. Now they're using this virus. I mean, come on. They're even saying that because he called it the Chinese virus, that he's a racist. Come on, people, get over yourselves, Get over yourself and start working together, man. Try to help your neighbor. Now's the time to not panic. What's going to be coming up missing next? Pet food? We're going to run out of coffee. There's not going to be any toothpaste. Not going to be any bath gels. No perfume. Let's think of the staples like how about no canned goods left on the shelf? I mean, this is nonsense. Y'all need to get a grip. Y'all need to get over it. Y'all need to start doing what is supposed to be happening. We're a nation that takes care of each other. And that's what we should be doing. We should help our neighbor. We should be helping one another. Instead of acting like some damn fool that thinks it's the end of the world. You know, it could be the end of the world. Who knows, man? I mean, I believe in the Bible. I believe this is a biblical, stature. Why not? I mean, the Spanish flu didn't kill off the whole world. It killed off a large percentage. I mean, for it to be a biblical standard, according to the Bible, it'd have to kill off, this virus would have to kill off a third of the world population. I mean, look at Italy, 10,000 deaths already. Spain is second behind them. It used to be China. Now China's like in third place. But what I'm concerned with here is our lack of compassion for one another. It's just crazy, man. You know, you're robbing Peter, and now you're selling it to Paul because I'm telling you, you go look on eBay. Who the hell in their right mind for 4 rolls of toilet paper on auction is going to pay $29 and $10 shipping? You wouldn't pay that ridiculous frickin' price at the grocery store, but you'll let eBay allow its sellers to price gouge you because you're crazy and you're stupid. You're acting stupid. Think about it. If nobody bid or paid those ridiculous prices that are on eBay, all those people would be stuck with toilet paper. Oh, they probably figure, hey, you know what? Well, I'll have enough to last me until Armageddon. Right. But if you bought it to sell it, I could see raising the price on a roll by a buck or two. Say 4 rolls is $3 for this portion of the podcast here is $3. I could see raising it to 5 and, and charge a decent shipping. I mean, you shouldn't have to eat the shipping, but putting them up, buy it now, $99 for 12 rolls and $49 shipping. I mean, it's out there, people. Go search it on eBay. And then when you're done, when you go searching it, hit the sold and you'll see it's ridiculous. $12 for 4 rolls and $13 shipping. That's crazy. It's insane. So, let's kind of slow down, and think about what we're doing before we do it. And you know what? If one person at a time stops acting crazy, that's going to spread and catch. If you show a little compassion to your neighbor, if they say, hey, can you spare a square? Give them a roll, man. It ain't going to kill you. There's other ways of wiping your butt. Uh, Here, let me give you an example. When I lived in Alaska, when we lived in Fairbanks, you had to use, the houses were, or the apartments, they were all on a septic system. And, if you've lived out in the country and you're on a septic tank, you got to use special toilet paper, or you have to have other stuff in the tank to consume all the waste so that it doesn't get clogged, and then it fills up backwards, and then you have to have some guy come and dig up your yard because now you've got raw sewage coming up above ground. But when I lived out in the boonies, where I didn't have any running water, no, or electricity, we had an outhouse, and actually we had a three-seater, and we didn't waste toilet paper out there. We bought up a bunch of the newspapers that you know, before the end of the day, we'd go and we'd buy up newspaper, or we'd ask the paper boy, you got any left over? What do you do with them? He said, well, we usually just throw them away. We don't turn them in. Oh, here, I'll give you a couple bucks more, and then we take that to where we lived, and then that would go in the outhouse. And then what you do is you tear off a square or a sheet, and then you rub it together vigorously to break the fibers, and it softens it up. I mean, hell, before they got rid of the Sears and Roebuck catalog, that's what we used to use. You tear off a sheet out of the catalog, rough it up, soften it up, and it works, people. So don't fret. If you ain't got no toilet paper, go buy your keep your Sunday edition when it comes, and you can use that if you're that desperate. I just wouldn't flush it down the toilet because it probably will screw up the sewer system, or it will screw up your septic tank because it's not paper made for it. But I mean, this is the common sense. Or, if you're able to, um, you can always jump in the shower. You clean yourself with hot water. Or I've heard of people using unmatched socks, clothes that they were going to, cotton shirts or whatever that they were going to sell at yard sales. They're cutting them up and using them. I mean, think about it, man. When some of you that are my age, what'd your mama do when you were a baby? She put you in a cloth diaper. She cleans you up as best she could when you pooped your pants, dipped it down in the toilet to kind of semi-clean it out, and then put it in a bucket with some disinfectant like Lysol or something, and then it went to the wash. Before we had all these disposable flushables, everything. Maybe do a little research and find out how people wiped their ass, back in the 1700s. You know, it's time to use your noggin for something more than buying into this hype. Now, I'm not saying that this virus ain't serious. This virus is very serious. And this is where the next topic comes, is about this virus. I've seen some videos and I've seen some news on TV, and I've seen some videos where the young people are out there, they're at spring break, and there's young people sitting outdoor in states that haven't told people to shelter inside or lock them down. There's only 4 states that I know of that have done a lockdown. I know Texas would consider it, but they've asked everybody to just stay at home if you don't have a need to be out because of your work, or if you're not a first responder, or one of those, or work at the hospitals. and you don't have a need to be out, don't be out. Be in the house. That means don't let your kids run around either. Because you know what? Here's the thing. I'm listening to all these people talk about, well, I mean, there was this one actress on there who had to backpedal it. I think it was former Disney star. She had made the comment that, yeah, we know this virus is bad and people are going to catch it and people are going to die, but I mean, dying, I mean, it's inevitable, right? And then which is a very callous statement as far as I'm concerned. Though we have freedom of speech, I mean, let's face it, folks. As long as if you're not following the PC crowd, any speech is protected, whether it's nice speech or hate speech or what you consider hate speech, which in nowadays world is you don't agree with me, so that's hate speech. You know what? Like I say, get over yourselves. All right, and she said that, and then she came back and she tried to backpedal it because she wants to save face. I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting tired of celebrities and I'm getting tired of politicians. I'm getting tired of people in general that'll say something and then they walk it back. They'll say it to get that shock and awe because you know what that does? It brings views to videos. It brings it gets people going and fired up, and then they walk it back. I mean, if you're going to walk something back, don't even open your mouth. Keep your pot hole shut, man. Think of the other people that are around you. Now, as far as these kids and all these people running outside and figuring, well, I ain't going to get the coronavirus, and if I do, I'm the healthy person. Well, you know what? Think about the people that are at home. What if you got grandma living with you? Or like, what about my mom, Mama Chelly? She lives by herself, but you know, the grandkids are running around, and then they come in contact with a kid whose parents came in contact with somebody, and they didn't know that they caught it, and so it spreads. Then they spread it to my nieces and nephews. Then they go over to go visit their nonna, and all of a sudden, for some reason, Mama Chelly, who was fine, 3 days later, she's in the hospital, and she has a good chance of dying because of her age. Let's face it, folks. People over 70 are at that high risk group, and people like me who have a disability that has reduced your immune system, and that's most disabled people, okay? Um, Along with ones they say that if you're a severe alcoholic or you're a drug addict or whatever, you're lowering your immune system. We're at risk too. So now they go see Mama Chelly. Mama Chelly gets sick, ends up in the hospital, and heaven forbid she dies. So now you're out there running your ass all over the place, thinking your shit don't stink, and it ain't going to happen to you. You're not going to hurt anybody because you're not going to catch the virus. You can carry the virus and not know you got it. You bring it home and you kill your family members. There's somebody on the news, a family of seven, somebody that they visited somebody or somebody came to visit them that had been in contact with somebody he didn't know they had it. Three members in the family died, caught it and died. Think about that. Think about what that your actions or your inability to take anything serious because you think you're superwoman or superman and nothing can happen to you. You could end up killing your family. Man, I don't know. If that doesn't bother you, then I don't know what to tell you other than I think you're a dumbass. And I'm not out for look, I don't want to shame nobody. Look, if you want to run around like Chicken Little with your head cut off, yelling the sky is falling and around every bush behind every bush there's a devil. There's the devil. Um, if that's what floats your boat, then roll that way. But I know what the Bible tells me, and it tells me that I'm protected. That when Christ died on the cross, he took all diseases with him. Now, does that mean that something like this isn't going to happen? Yeah, it happened because it was man. It was man that did it. It was man that didn't let the rest of the world know. And yeah, I'm going to say it. It was China that didn't let the rest of the world know. It's all in the news. It's nothing new. But that doesn't make me a racist because I've said it was China. That's where it comes from. That's where most of these flus and this stuff comes from. And they let the rest of the world get infected like it did before they said anything. They let thousands of people get on airplanes and go to all places of the world. Now, am I a conspiracy theorist? To a point. I think they knew what the hell they were doing. But you know what? America is standing strong. We are the most powerful free nation in the world if we pull together and we don't do what the left wants to do, which is destroy it just to get rid of Trump. The man's doing a good job. He's doing what he says he's going to do. He's got a good cabinet behind him. He's got people working to do it. Y'all want instant results. It's never going to happen. So you'll blame him for not acting fast enough. Then if he acted real fast, then it wouldn't be enough. Um, I think you guys ought to take this time to spend time with each other. Get your noses out of the phone and out of the social media. Do I want you here to listen to this YouTube? But I'm not going to draw you away for the rest of the day. I'm just sharing what I feel. You know, whether you can make sense out of what I said or not, I don't know. I just know how I feel. I'm tired of the dumbasses running around buying up all kinds of stuff, thinking they're going to need it when they don't. The next thing you're not, you're not going to. You go down to the hardware aisle at Walmart, and you're not going to find a hammer because all the hammers are going to be gone. Everybody needs a hammer, and all of this panic is done is create price gouging. And if I think they should catch all these people that are price gouging, and all these people that are doing that. I think they ought to go to jail. They try it during the hurricanes. They put a stop to that with the gas and stuff that, like when it happens in Florida and Texas and elsewhere where there's hurricanes and tornadoes and, weather devastation. Okay, well, this is a virus. Here, folks, you know what? I saw something. Here's how you get rid of this virus, okay? If you feel you've been contracted, if you think you've contracted it, you don't know you've contracted it, the virus survives in the coldest part of your body, which is your sinuses. I saw a video that was shared with me that I shared that said that all you need is a spray bottle of water and a hair dryer. Turn your hair dryer on the lowest setting possible. Wet your face so it doesn't burn. And then blow that towards your nose, taking deep breaths through your nose and blow out through your mouth. Do that for until you can't take the heat anymore. Put the fan pointed in another direction. Spray your face down. Gather yourself up and do it again. And you do this for 5 minutes on and then off and then 5 minutes on and then a couple hours later try it again throughout the day, and within 2-3 days you will kill the virus because the virus cannot survive in extreme heat, which seems to be 50, 60 degrees and higher. um, it likes the real cold. So I mean, see, this is stuff that's out there that people don't seem to be paying attention to. Now mind you, folks, I am no doctor, never been to medical school. So anything that I had shared with you about what you can do to help with that virus to kill it, that was strictly taken off the internet. Any messages that were sent to me, anything that I read on the internet or on Facebook or watched on YouTube. So, you can try it at your own risk, or you can watch the videos or read the material on it if you come across it and decide if this is something for you. So by no means do not take anything I'm saying as this is medical advice, because I am not a doctor. Though I've played doctor and nurses when I was younger, still doesn't make me a doctor. Okay? So, basically that's it for this podcast. I just had to get this off of my chest. Man, it was killing me, this nonsense and this craziness going on, and everybody acting a fool. There's no reason to act a fool. So just remember, be kind, love one another, and don't do something foolish that's going to possibly kill the rest of your family. And if you got a spare roll, spare it with your friends or a neighbor that asked for it. If you've got an extra couple bottles of water, share that. Don't be afraid. Because God will provide. He'll take care of your needs. You'll be surprised. You watch. Next thing you know, you'll be able to go to the store, easily buy toilet paper and water. You'll see all kinds of things on the shelf, especially the hand sanitizer. That was another one. I saw on Amazon, those little tiny 1 ounce packets were selling for $40 a piece. And Amazon was allowing that. They were allowing it. Craziness. So just remember all that stuff, guys, and I'm going to ask the Lord, before I ask the Lord to bless you guys, I want you to, you know, if you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe because there's going to be more stuff coming along now that I'm getting caught up on a lot of things. There's going to be some more conversations coming on, some by myself, some with other people that we're going to share. We'll try to do some in premieres when we get enough subs to people subscribe to the channel, so that it makes it worthwhile doing the premiere. And so don't forget to subscribe. Click that little bell so you get the notification when I put new content up, and share this with somebody you think that might find it interesting, whether they agree or disagree. Let them hear another point of view. You never know; it could change somebody's mind. I mean, it can't make them go any crazier than what they already are. So, with that said, guys, I'm going to ask the Lord to bless each and every one of you, to put a hedge of protection around you, and in Jesus' name, I rebuke any diseases, any viruses to come your way. I ask me to keep your family healthy and protected. And if you're having to stay home, and you can't, your job won't let you work from home, I pray that the Lord will bless you with some source of income, whether you can sell online or it's unemployment or something, that there's no delay in it, that you know the funds come in to keep your family, you know, well taken care of. But first and foremost, I ask me to bless you with great health, strong health to get you through anything, physically and mentally. And I do that in Jesus' name. Amen. Well, folks, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next podcast. I hope you have a blessed weekend, and we'll see you. Mike out.